Hello guys, welcome back to a new video. In today's video, we are going to start with a new chapter, that is Arithmetic Progressions class 10th chapter number 5. So let's begin. Now before starting this chapter, there are some basic things that you guys need to know. Now, what is a sequence? Sequence is nothing but uh, a list of numbers, a list of numbers arranged in a definitive, sorry, in a defined order. Sorry, in a defined order with some logical rule. With some logical rule. So this is what a sequence is. Okay. Now for some examples of sequence are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and so on. So what are these? These are real numbers. Yes. Then second is 1, 3, 5, 7, 9, and so on. Now here you can see that, sorry, in the first example, plus 1 is added. Also plus 1, plus 1, plus 1. So you can see that the series is increasing, the sequence is increasing by plus 1. Yes. And now here it is plus 2, here also plus 2, here also plus 2. So you can see there's a definitive pattern, and you can easily find the next number because you know what is the pattern. The numbers are increased, the previous number is being increased by 2. Right. That is what we call a sequence. And also there's one more thing that you guys need to know. Sum of sequence. Sum of sequence is series. Okay, so this keep in mind. Now, what is a term? So term, basically, suppose they have given you a sequence 1, 3, 5, 7, 9, and so on till infinity. Okay. Now, term can be this number, it can be this one, it can also be this one, and it can also be 7, it can be 9 as well. So term is just a number in the sequence, right? So I can say first term. So this number 1 is the first term of this sequence. Or you can say, you can choose any term, fifth term. Sorry, this is the first term, right? 1 is the first term. So now if you go forward, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So this number is the fifth term. Fifth term. Okay. The value of the number does not matter. The position matters. So the position of any number in a sequence or in an AP is called fifth, is called term. Okay, I will write the definition. Position position of the numbers in the sequence. Okay, simple. Now let's talk about progressions. Okay, progressions. This chapter might be a bit hard for you guys right now because this is totally new and you haven't been taught any basics of this. Like, this is the first new chapter that you guys encountering in class 10. While most of the chapters like circles, polynomials, real numbers, they are all, you have already done them in your previous classes, so they are easy. Now, there's one thing that's really important. I will do it with the yellow pen. All progressions are sequence, but all sequence are not progression. Okay, so this is an important statement. Keep this in mind. Now, let's give you an example. Suppose, just one second. Here I'll give you the example. 1, 2, 3, 4, and so on till infinity. Now, here there is a fixed pattern, right? It is a sequence, also it is in progression. So there's plus 1, plus 1, plus 1, plus 1. Okay. Now, if you look at the previous example, sorry, not at the previous example, example number 2, 2, 4, 6, 7. Sorry, this is actually a progression. 1, 3, 8, 9, 11, sorry, 12, and so on. So this is not a progression because the common difference. It does not follow chronological order, right? So the sequence should have a chronological order, some rule it should follow, according to which you can find the next term if you want. Okay, here you are not sure about the next term because the pattern is not fixed, right? So that is why this statement holds true. All progressions are sequence, but all sequence are not progressions. Now let's talk about some general terms that you guys need to know. What is AN? It is general term. General term, last term, right? So if you see any number, suppose they have given you some kind of AP, 1, 2, 3, 4, so on till 150. Okay, and that's it. This is where the sequence stops or the series stops. So this number is your general term or nth term, right? The last of any sequence or AP is called as the nth term. Now let's talk about types of progressions. Sorry, types of AP. Okay, actually, sorry. Before talking about the types of AP, first we need to discuss what is an AP, right? So arithmetic progression. This is what we call AP. And in your higher classes, you're going to learn about GP, that's geometric progression, and there's some small part about it in this chapter as well, mostly while solving the questions. So I will tell the definition orally. An arithmetic progression AP is a list of numbers in which each term is obtained by adding or subtracting a fixed number to the preceding term except the first term. Okay, so here main thing, if you want to know if a number is AP or not, first there should be either subtraction or addition in the series, right? This is a must. If there's let's say multiplication or division, then they are not AP. These two are not AP because it does not come under that. Only the numbers, only the series which follows a subtraction or addition can be called as an AP. Okay. Now, if you want to know sex subtraction, so there's a fixed term. There's a fixed number by which it is being added. So it will be called the common difference. Common difference. Now, common difference can be denoted as D. Okay. And how to find common difference? So I will give you an example. Suppose I have given you series 1, 4, 7, 10, 13, and so on. Okay. Now, what is the common difference here? Common difference nothing but the difference between these two, the subtraction of these two, right? Now, suppose if you want to find the common difference, there's a specific formula that you guys need to remember. That is A2 minus A1 is equal to D. Now, A2 can vary. You can also take A3 minus A2, A4 minus A3, and so on. It can go infinitely. Okay, but you only need to find till A2 minus A1 or A3 minus A2, unless they have mentioned something specific in the question. Now, A2 term is what? This one, 4, and A1 is 1. So, 4 minus 1 is equal to 3. That is the common difference. Now, if you want to like cross check, then you can also do it by A3 minus A1. So, A3 is which term? A3 is 7 and A2 is 4. 7 minus 4 is also 3. This is also same common difference, right? So this is a common difference. There should be a specific order and the numbers should be same. The common difference should be same throughout. Now let's talk about types of progression. Types of progression is very easy. Types of progression. In types of progression, there are two types, that is finite progression or finite AP, and other is infinite AP. Now long story short, basically it means if there's suppose they have given you sequence like 10, 15, 20, 30, sorry, 25 and 30. Now here you can see that the series ends after finite number. The finite number is 30. The ending point of this sequence is 30. But in case of an infinite AP, suppose we take the same sequence 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35 and so on. If they have given like this dots, that means the number is continuing on infinitely. So they become an infinite sign. Right? That's how it is done. So that's the basic story about finite AP and infinite AP. Mostly they don't ask about finite and infinite AP because it is so easy. But just for general knowledge. Now there are some general terms and some formulas that you guys need to remember. Okay, because sometimes students might get confused between what is the meaning of A, what is the meaning of D and AN. So I'm going to write it down with red pen. Suppose we have A. What is A? Now you might be thinking it is the term. No, A is the first term of the AP. So you can say here 10 is the first term, 10 is A. A is equal to 10 as it is the first term. That's how it works. Now let's talk about 2. That is D. D you already know, common difference. Third, N. N is equal to number of terms. Number of terms. If they have given you a question in which they're saying that there are about 50 terms in this sequence, but they haven't given you the 50th term, the last term, then you can say that N is equal to 50. And that's pretty much about it. Yes, one more left is AN. AN is nth term or general term, or you can say the last term. Nth term of AP. Right. And also you can write, now there's a specific formula. Let me tell you that there's a bit of confusion between students about this question, about this formula. Now, AN is equal to A plus N minus 1 D. That's how you find out AN. Okay. Now, there is a bit of confusion that What if they have given you a2 or a3 or any other value, right? Suppose let's take a2 for a example. So it is a plus d. Now why? Why? Now if you just look at the formula carefully, you can see that the value of n is 2. So here we will put 2, right? Now let's elaborate this one, okay? I will solve it by this formula only. Suppose they have given you the value of n as 2. So a2 is equal to a plus 2 minus 1 d. So a2 is equal to a. This will be subtracted, so it will become 1 and 1 multiplied by d will be d. So this holds true, so they are basically the same, right? Now if you know the number of terms, then this will be easy. If they have given you a3, also same, a plus 3 minus 1d. Now in case here, except of 1, it will be 2. So a plus 2d will be the answer. And so on, it will continue. So I hope the common confusion about this question is clear. And also, if they have given you in the question that the last term of the AP is XYZ, 50, let's say, then don't be confused, last term is nth term. So this formula that I have written here, that written over here, can also be written as L is equal to A plus N minus 1 D. That's all. Okay. Now, first we will talking about sum of first n terms of an AP. So this is our topic for today's class, and this topic is really easy. Now let me give you the statement. If first term of an AP is A, okay, suppose there is some series and the first term is A and its common difference is D, then the sum, which is also denoted by Sn, I will write here Sn, okay, of first n terms of an AP is given by, okay, so Sn is equal to n by 2 upon 2a plus n minus 1 d, okay. This is the general formula, okay. Now if you like you can modify this formula. Now do you know what this is? This is another formula. I mean, there are two formulas. In this formula of sum of n terms of an AP, there is one more formula of an. So what is an is equal to a plus n minus 1 d, right? Now here, as you can see, here we have a and here we have n minus 1 d. So if we just take out 2, I will write here modified formula. So it can be written as Sn is equal to n by 2, this remains same, a plus an, right? As you know, the formula of an is this one, right? So if you wish, if they have given you the value of an, now this formula can be changed according to the question. Okay, suppose in some question they might have given you directly the value of an. Yes, and they have told you to find Sn. That's the most basic question that they will ask, right? So it's easy. But if they haven't given you and they have given you other values, like they have given you the value of a and also they have given you the value of n but not d, like that. Okay, so according to that you need to modify the formula to get your answer. Okay, now there's one very important thing that you guys need to remember. Now that is, I'll write here note. First note this point and then you will understand it. First, it is if sorry, it is very important to remember that the difference of sum of the first n minus 1 terms and first n terms of an AP gives the value of nth term. That is an is equal to sn minus 1. Okay, I will write it down. It is very important to remember that difference of sum of first n minus 1 terms and first n terms of an AP gives you the value of nth nth term, that is an is equal to sn minus 1. Okay, now this formula is important because in some questions this formula is used, or this formula can be useful. Okay, so that is it for today, guys. I hope you understood everything, and this was the last topic of the chapter. And the you need to solve questions on the formulas given. Okay, so this is an important formula. And now modified version is also very important because this makes the questions a lot more easier if you have the value of an. Okay, and also don't forget this one, although this formula is not used as much as it should be, but still this is an important point to note. Okay, so this is it for today, guys. I hope you enjoyed my video. If you did, make sure to like and subscribe my channel. Till then, bye bye.